Today we are going to learn about the game of paddle, including its measurements, rules, service rules, scoring system, fouls, and much more. First of all, let's talk about the court measurements. Standard paddle court is rectangular in shape, and the total area of the court is approximately 2,150 square feet. The playing area has a length of 20 meters and the width of 10 meters. I hope you understand this clearly. The length of the court is 20 meters while the width is 10 meters. Now we are going to discuss the net. The net is 10 meter long. 10 meter long. The height of the net at the center is 88 centimeters, while the height at the sides is 92 centimeters. This means the net is slightly higher at the edges compared to the center. Next, let's look at the service line and service boxes. As you can see the walls here, the service line is positioned 3 meters away from the back wall. If we measure from the net, the service line is 7 meters away from it. Now let's talk about the service boxes. These are the service boxes shown on the court. The width of the service box is 5 meters while the length is 3 meters. We will now learn about the purpose of the service box in this video. As you can see, there are 3 types of walls in paddle court. First we have back walls. The back walls are 3 meter high with the additional 1 meter of wire mesh on top. This means the lower 3 meter section is usually made of glass, while the upper 1 meter section is made of wire mesh or metal fencing. So the total height becomes 4 meters. Next are the side walls, also known as the side fences. The side walls near the back walls are higher compared to the side walls near the net, which you can clearly see here. The side walls near the back are 3 meter high plus an additional 1 meter of wire mesh. This again makes their total height 4 meters. However, the side walls near the net are different because they only 2 meters high and are not as tall as the back sides walls. Now let's discuss the paddle racket. The maximum length of a paddle racket can be 45.5 centimeters. The maximum width is 26 centimeters and the maximum thickness of the racket can be 38 millimeters. We use the word maximum because the racket dimensions cannot exceed these limits. Although they can be smaller than these measurements. The handle of the paddle racket can have a maximum length of 20 centimeters. You may use a handle shorter than 20 centimeters. The paddle racket also contains holes. This can range from 9 millimeters to 13 millimeters in diameter. The weight of a paddle racket usually ranges between 320 grams and 375 grams. Now let's talk about the ball. The paddle ball is made of rubber and looks similar to a tennis ball, but it is slightly smaller. It also has lower internal pressure, which makes the ball travel at a slower speed. The ball is always yellow or white in color. Its weight ranges between 56 grams and 59.4 grams, with 56 grams is being the minimum and 59.4 grams being the maximum allowed weight. Before the game starts, a toss is conducted. The team that wins the toss has 3 options. They can choose to serve first, they can choose to receive the serve first, they can choose their preferred side of the court. Whichever option they select, the remaining choice goes to the opposing team that lost the toss. One important thing to remember is that paddle is always played in doubles format. Each team has 2 players, so single matches are generally not played. This means there are always 4 players on the court at the same time. Now there is an important technical point. For example, if a team wins the toss and decide to serve first, the 2 players on the team must decide among themselves which player will serve first. For example, let's say team B has 2 players, B1 and B2. The 2 players decide among themselves who will serve first. If B1 says, "I will serve first," then B1 will continue serving throughout the game. The very first serve always starts from right side of the court and must be directed diagonally into the opponent's right service box, just like the diagonal serve in badminton. After that game ends, the next game service goes to the team A. Then the two players of team A decide which player among them will serve for the entire game. Remember, the toss only happens once at the beginning of the match, not before every game. Must bounce the ball once on the court surface behind the service line. As the ball rises after the bounce, the player must hit it below waist level. In paddle, the ball must always be hit below the waist during the serve. Overhead serves are not allowed. The ball must land inside the opponent's correct service box. If the ball lands outside the service box, it is considered as fault. Another important rule is if the ball lands correctly in the opponent's service box but then touches the side fence after the bounce, the serve is still considered as fault. This means that during a serve, the ball may touch the back wall after bouncing in the correct service box, but it must not touch the side fence. The rule applies especially during the service. Each player gets two chances to complete a correct serve. If the first serve is missed or become a fault, the player can attempt the serve again. Now let's learn about a let. A let occurs when the server hits the ball and it touches the net. However, if after touching the net, the ball does not land inside the correct service box, then it considered as a fault. In that case, the point will be awarded to the opponent team. However, if during the serve the ball touches the net and then lands correctly inside the service box without touching the side fence after the bounce, it is called the let. In this situation, the serve is repeated. A let means no team receive a point and the server gets another chance to replay the same serve. Another situation of a let occurs if after touching the net the ball bounces twice before touching the side fence. In that case, it is also considered a let and serve must be repeated. Now let's move on the scoring system. The scoring in paddle is similar to tennis. The first point is called 15, the second point is 30, the third point is 40. The team that wins the fourth point wins the game. If both teams reach 40-40, this situation is called deuce. In deuce, whichever team wins the next point gets the advantage. If the same team wins the following point as well, they win the game. Now let's talk about sets. In international level paddle, matches are generally played in a best of 3 sets format. A team must win 6 games to win a set, but they must also lead by at least 2 games. For example, if one team wins 6 games and the other team wins 4 games, then the team with 6 games wins the set. But if one team wins 6 games and the other team wins 5 games, the set is not over yet because the lead is only 1 game. If both teams reach 6s in games, then a tie break is played to decide the set winner. To break a tie break, both teams must score 7 points. After the tie break starts, the score is counted as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 instead of 15, 30 and 40. The team that reaches 7 points with a 2 point lead wins the tie break and also wins the set. Now let's talk about the rules. You cannot hit the ball twice. You are only allowed to hit the ball one time. If your shot does not go into the opponent's court, you cannot hit it again. If your opponent hits the ball and after one bounce it goes out of court, your opponent wins the point. However, if you run outside the court and return the ball before the second bounce, you are allowed to play it, although it is very difficult. If the ball comes to your side, bounces, touches the fence or wall, and then crosses back over the net before you can return it, the point goes to the player who hit the ball. If the ball has not crossed the net yet and you hit it before it comes to your side, that is a foul. If you hit the ball and it goes directly to the opponent's walls, fence or outside area before bouncing in the court, it is foul. The ball must first bounce properly in the opponent's court before touches the walls or fence. If a player hits the ball and it touches the net or the post but does not land correctly in the opponent court, it is also a foul. If a player touches the ball with their hand instead of the racket, it is foul. Jumping over the net is also a foul. If both players hit the ball at the same time, it is considered a foul. If you hit the ball and it touches the side wall on your opponent's side before making a proper bounce, it is also a foul. If I hope you like this video, I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and let me know how you liked this video about the paddle game.